Hey everyone, this is my Civic. This isn't gonna be the best filmed video, but it's something that you guys are gonna run into if you are doing your compensator arms. So I've been doing a lot of work here. Removed the fuel tank. I've been undercoating, getting rid of all the rust, seam sealing. So the compensator arms go here. I don't know if you can see the other side. Look at the part, I'll show it. So they go here. And there's a captive nut in here. So I started off, I was soaked these bolts for days, weeks actually. Then I started using my impact. And this whole bracket started moving outwards this way, like that. So I got this bolt out, but that nut popped off the back inside here. So there's a small hole there. What I'm gonna do though is drill a hole in here, make an access panel, and then I'm gonna have to weld that back in at some point. So what happens is the bushing in the compensator arm rusts to the bolt. It's not the nut. So on the other one, I just ended up cutting it. So there's a nub of the bolt still in here. I have some parts out that I will try to give you guys a better idea of what's going on when that happens and how you have to cut it. So this isn't the compensator arm. The compensator arm looks similar. This is upper control arm, but the same thing happens. As you can see, that bolt, there's a metal sleeve inside this bushing, and the bolts get seized inside there. So you have to cut that on either side and pull this arm out. You can save this part if you do it that way. You get a bushing. I don't know if they even sell these bushings. I don't think they do. The arms are pretty cheap. So that's basically what happens. All these parts, you'll see it. It happens to all these bushings. Goes inside there. You have to cut it off on either end to remove it. You can see you'll scar it up a bit. That's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too far in depth. Here you can see there's a shock. You can see that bolt got broken off, so I'm gonna have to cut that out. That's the lower control arm there. So I mean, if you think, oh, it's gonna be an easy repair, you're gonna break bolts, and you're gonna have to buy more parts. You can't always just buy bushings. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. You'd have to look into it beforehand. It's I know a lot of people use these cars for daily drivers, so it's good to know some things you're going to encounter. You might be like, oh, it's just the upper control arm, or it's just the shock mount, or something like that, right? And then to get to that, you have to end up cutting a part off. And I mean, you can't just order, I understand you can't just order all new parts beforehand. But sometimes what seems easy becomes a very long process where you have to buy new parts. So sometimes Sunday night isn't the best time if you need to get to work on Monday morning. I'm going to attempt to use this 2-inch hole saw. I will save the piece that I cut out. I had to use a different bit because my car's not high enough. I did a pilot hole. I just matched the pilot bit there. I'm going to let the battery charge up. Here's the pilot hole. I was thinking of just using that, or sorry, that other hole. but it's kind of large, and the hole saw bit will tend to wander. So I figured it'd be better, and I kind of wanted to drill it closer to here, because that's where the nut is, up there. So I'm going to set up the camera. You can see how I drill it. It's not that thick of material, so. And yeah, you could use a grinder, cut it out square, and weld it in. There's many other ways. Then we'll see what's in there. It's an adjustable, because you can set this, right? So that bolt's gonna have to slide. Yeah, there's a slot on the other side too there. So that nut slides in some sort of trough. So we're gonna have to replace it. It's probably could have some sort of square base on it. Okay, we'll see what happens. Yep, very thin sheet metal. Now's a good time if you have a sandblaster. Sandblast all inside there. Oh, look at that. There's the nut. Oh, like I thought. Square it off so it can slide. Sorry, rather. That must be that way. So I think what happened here, because you can see there's so much threads out, it was threading out. It should be able to just turn out. Yeah, see, I can just turn that out because I already broke it loose. So, like I said, this bracket was pushing out this way. And then this broke through. Oh yeah, I can feel it inside there. The trough that it sits in is kind of bent out. Might have to get a chisel, square it up again. So this slides like this. I hope this is catching properly. I'll zoom in there after. It's very thin. Another reason why I didn't want to drill back here is you're getting close to these welds. Here, you get a lot of strength in the curvature of the metals. On the flat, it's not really doing much, to be honest. So welding that back in, but we'll make it look factory. You could grind it square. You could just put a big patch, but I'm gonna seamless weld that. You won't even know. Look at that, that even just came out right there. We'll clean all that up. Even my pilot bit that I used prior was a little bit off, so it wallered a bit. But that's nothing. Tuck that in. You won't even know when I'm done. You just watch. I'll do it. That's very simple, actually. Don't be scared to cut into your car. Yeah, so there's a trough I was talking about. You can see how it bent out there a bit. On this bottom side. Let's take a chisel in there. It's not that rusty either, though. I'm gonna turn off my backlight. That'd be a good idea if you're going to my extent. Damn, I wish I had a sandblaster. The sandblast all in there. It's not that bad though. This isn't gonna be a winter car either. Like, you can see this. I might actually redo that. I don't like that. Just another spot here. I don't really like that. I might have to take that all down again. I think it was very humid in my. Oh yeah, look at that there too. I don't like that. Damn, I wish it would have sandblasted. I mean, for what it is. Right there too. It's been very humid here, so. Anyways, that's what it is. I don't want to make a too dragged out video of this. I'm going to be grinding my fuel tank, which you should never do. But I'll show you how to do it.